Okay, boys and girls, today we are going to be learning about our second region of the United States, which is the Northeast region. And today you're going to need your pencil or a highlighter and also your brown crayon. If you remember, yesterday we started learning about the Southeast region, and we came to our map on page 21 and we colored in the Southeast region here. Today we're going to be learning about the region just north of it, which is the Northeast region. And if we look at our map key right here, it says to color in the Northeast region brown. So I'm going to get my brown crayon and I'm going to shade in all of these states here in this region, making sure not to color over those dark border lines because that goes into the next region. Okay. And so once I have shaded that in, I'm going to go back to my reading here about the Northeast, and let's begin. Now, let's look at the Northeast. The climate of the Northeast is different from the climate of the Southeast. The Northeast has cold, snowy winters and rainy springs. Now remember, we want to underline those keywords that tell us about the climate. So I see cold, snowy winters and rainy springs. Summers can be very hot or mild depending on the year. So summers can be very hot or mild. Since the region is close to the Atlantic Ocean, it gets plenty of precipitation all year long. I'm going to underline that word precipitation, and in just a minute we're going to learn what that is. Precipitation is the moisture in the air that falls to the ground, such as rain and snow. So let's go ahead and underline the definition of precipitation. Precipitation is the moisture in the air that falls to the ground, like rain or snow. All of this precipitation helps the vegetation in the area. The region is full of forests. Some trees, such as pine trees, stay green all year long. Other trees, such as maple and oak trees, have leaves that change color in the autumn. So I see the vegetation, forests, and then trees such as pine trees, maple trees, oak trees. Other vegetation in the region includes apple trees and crops such as pumpkins. So I can underline apple trees and pumpkins. Okay, we're gonna skip this part for now. We're gonna go on and then we'll come back to that. So now let's look at resources and landmarks. Trees are one of the region's important natural resources. Let's underline that, trees, natural resource. Remember, natural resource is something found in nature. They are used to make items like furniture, paper, and pencils. The Atlantic Ocean is another natural resource in the Northeast. Let's underline that. The Atlantic Ocean is another natural resource. Most of our country's lobsters come from the cold Atlantic waters. These waters also provide crabs, oysters, and fish for our restaurants and dinner tables. Other natural resources found in the Northeast include granite and marble. Granite and marble, I want to underline, those are also other natural resources. Granite is used to make kitchen countertops. Did you know that the Northeast has one of the country's largest waterfalls? Niagara Falls is a group of waterfalls on the border of the United States and Canada. This natural landmark runs power plants that provide electricity to thousands of people in the Northeast and parts of Canada. So it's important to underline that Niagara Falls is a natural landmark. It's something that's found in nature. It's not man-made, it's found in nature. More than 750,000 gallons of water rushes over the falls every second. The Northeast has man-made landmarks too. So man-made landmarks are made by humans. One example is the Statue of Liberty, located on the east coast of New York. So the Statue of Liberty is a man-made landmark. This landmark is a well-known symbol for freedom. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the things around here. This says, write a caption for this picture. Well, what is this picture showing us? This is showing us the Statue of Liberty. So we could write that as our caption. Statue of Liberty. Okay, and down here on our map, we see that the title is the Northeast, and we see that it says label the states in the Northeast. Now, if you notice, there are several small states in here. We need to pay attention to the borders. So we're going to have several states we need to label. And we're going to go back to our map on page 21, and we're just going to kind of start in the north and work our way south. So the very top state is ME, which is Maine. Then we're going to move down, and we see New Hampshire, NH, and Vermont, VT. So New Hampshire, Vermont. And then just south of that, we see Massachusetts, which is MA, and then Rhode Island and Connecticut. So we have MA, and then this is hard to write, and so I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm going to write RI out here. And then Connecticut is CT. And then moving back to my page, after Connecticut, we have NY, which is New York, and PA, which is Pennsylvania. New York, Pennsylvania, and then right here is NJ, which is New Jersey. Down here and here, we need to label still. So we have this little one here, DE, which is Delaware, and MD, which is Maryland. So we have MD and DE. And take a second to check and make sure that you have labeled all of your states. Once you've done that, you can check it. And then number 2 says, what symbol represents Pine Creek Gorge in Pennsylvania? So if I go to the map key right here, I see that Pine Creek Gorge has some hiking boots. So I can write hiking shoes or hiking boots. And then number 3, oh, I can check that up because I finished that. Number 3 says draw a symbol for Niagara Falls in the map key. Draw your symbol on the map too. Well, I know that Niagara Falls is a waterfall. So I'm gonna I could take my blue crayon, or I could even use my pen, and I'm just gonna draw some blue lines going down like that to look like a waterfall. And then I'm gonna come up here in this box right here that they've made for me to show where I need to draw my symbol, And I'm going to draw the same symbol for Niagara Falls that I drew there. Okay. Now, if you remember yesterday, now that we're done with our reading, we're going to come back and we're going to fill out our graphic organizer here. And remember, I want to mark down the vegetation of the region, the landmarks, the natural resources, and the climate. And as we read, we underlined some keywords, so that should be very helpful when we're writing in our information. So the first thing that we read about was the climate. And I see over here that we underlined cold, snowy winters. So under climates, I'm going to write cold, snowy winters. And again, I want to make sure that I'm writing in the correct box. So I want to make sure I'm writing in that Northeast region section. I also see that it has rainy springs. So for number 2, I'm going to write rainy springs. And then I also see that summers can be very hot or mild. So I'm going to put very hot or mild summers. And it also says that it gets plenty of precipitation. So I'm going to write precipitation. In the summer, that means rain. In the winter, that means snow. Okay. So moving on, the next part I see is vegetation. And I see that the vegetation in the Northeast is plenty of forests. And I see pine trees, maple trees, oak trees. So I want to write all those down. I can write number 1, forests. And I can write pine trees. Maple trees. Oak trees. Apple trees. Lots and lots of different types of trees. And pumpkins. Okay, moving on, we're going to go to natural resources. These are resources, things that we use, that we find in nature. So trees are one of the most important natural resources. And we use those trees for all kinds of things, like furniture and paper and pencils. Remember, the Atlantic Ocean is also another important natural resource. It gives us our lobsters. Atlantic Ocean. And then down here, remember that we underlined other natural resources are granite and marble. So I'm going to write those in too. So number 3 is granite. And number 4 is marble. Okay. And our last section is landmarks. Now remember, there's 2 types of landmarks. There are natural landmarks and man-made landmarks. And the Northeast region has both. It has Niagara Falls, which is a natural landmark. And Niagara Falls is the name of a place, so it's a proper noun, so capitalize the N in Niagara and the F in Falls. And number 2, the Statue of Liberty, which we know is man-made. Okay. And so one last thing, now that we filled this out, if you see over here, it is asking us in this Venn diagram here to compare and contrast. To compare means to explain how things are similar or the same. To contrast means to explain how things are different. Use the graphic organizer below to compare and contrast the resources found in the Northeast and those found in the Southeast. So we're going to come to our graphic organizer and we're going to look at this section here, the natural resources. And I'm going to look for things that are the same and I'm going to look for things that are different. So right away, I see that trees are the same. So I'm going to put that in the middle. They both have trees. Then I see that the Northeast has the Atlantic Ocean, granite, and marble. And that didn't say that in the Southeast region. So I think those are special for the Northeast. So I'm going to write those three right here. Atlantic Ocean, granite, marble. And then the resources that are special to the Southeast are coal and phosphate. So I'm going to put those under this section here. Coal and phosphate. And there we go.